of every Disney movie, there is family and friends that support each actor and actress. Our officer team has had lots of people who have supported us along our journey this year. These next 3 individuals have supported one of my teammates in her year of service. Kansas FFA members and guests, please help me in welcoming Briley Buddy, Cody Newdigger, and Rihanna Dunlap to the stage for a special introduction.
If you have ever wondered what hard work looks like, just look at this gal. In my opinion, Perseverance is her middle name. I have never seen someone stay up so late just to work on an hour-and-a-half workshop on the topic of diversity. Cali is just one of those girls who has a passion to teach people about agriculture and would help out anyone in need. For example, when your boyfriend breaks up with you a week before prom, simply because he didn't want to go, Cali is just a phone call away. She's the best prom date I could have ever asked for. Even though things have not always been easy for her, she puts in the work, encourages others to work hard, and most importantly, loves with her whole heart. The Lord put you in this leadership position for a reason, and you sure do make him proud. I can't wait to see where he leads you next. I'm so beyond proud of you, girl.
Over the course of my life, I have come to know Cali as 1, my sister, and 2, a very passionate, honest, and determined girl. I've learned so much throughout our experiences together, whether it was a late night summer drive where we screamed International Harvester until we couldn't speak the next day, or the time you used your left foot to back up the Kubota and pin Dad against the fence. No matter what we did, I always enjoyed doing it with you. There has been no greater role model than Cali. You have inspired and influenced so many to not change who they are, but how they are. You taught many to be the best version of themselves and not try to be someone else. I'm so proud to see how much you have grown, not just the marks in the door frame, but as a human being. Finally, I would like to thank you for all the hard work and dedication you put into everything you do.
Cali holds such a special spot in my heart. She always says she wants to be like me when she grows up, but in reality, I want to be more like her. She lives out the phrase, "What would Jesus do? He would love first." And you can see that in everything she does. She's always the first person to hype me up when I accomplish my goals. It's crazy to think that when I met her, she was just a freshman putting on the blue jacket for the first time, and I was a senior putting it on for the last. She is everything I want to be and more, and I look up to her as a role model even though she's younger than me. You are a light to so many people, Cali, and I am honored to call you one of my best friends. I love you so much, and your words of encouragement you give me every day is amazing, and I just can't describe how proud I am of you. It's our pleasure to introduce to you
My sister,
our best friend, in your 2022-2023 Kansas FFA State Reporter, Miss Cali Newdigger.
It ain't a question of if they will, it's how they remember you. Did you stand or did you fall? Build a bridge or build a wall? How'd you love or give it all? What did you do? What did you do? Did you make them laugh or make them cry? Did you quit?
I heard your grandma passed away. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Hey, I couldn't help but overhear the conversation between the lady with her messed up order. She even wanted to talk to the manager. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Did your friends really make plans in front of you and not invite you? It's fine, I guess. Even though we may answer these questions with just fine, that doesn't mean we are fine. In fact, more than likely, we aren't just fine. These two simple words have become the basis of the Midwestern response to anything pertaining to the way we feel. We find it easier to brush over how we truly feel than to grant someone access to some of the seemingly darkest parts of us. The moment we start being honest with ourselves and others is the moment that the clouds of darkness break and the slivers of light start to shine through. This light fosters from the rise of emotional weight we force ourselves to carry. Now we might be wondering, what does emotional weight mean? It is the emotional challenges we experience and how we respond to those challenges. Whether it's the fear of disappointment or the feeling of not being worthy of the life you live, this emotional package can take a toll on our well-being. The decline in our well-being is otherwise known as mental health issues. They come in many shapes and sizes, and not one is like the other, but it can affect us all. The CDC states that mental health affects what we think, feel, and do, and ultimately affects the way we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Talking about this topic is challenging and maybe triggering to some individuals. However, it's our intention to shed a light on this topic to create awareness and combat the stigma. Imagine a 5-year-old, hair in pigtails, wearing her favorite pair of cowgirl boots, sitting in her kindergarten classroom. She couldn't focus on the basic addition or subtraction, learning the letters of the alphabet, or the 5 senses in science. Actually, she couldn't focus on anything, but she didn't think she was much different than her classmates. After going to a doctor a few times, she now gets to go to the school nurse every morning to take medicine and get a sweet piece of candy. Although she thought she was the same as her peers, she learned she wasn't going to the nurse just for the candy, but she had been diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, more commonly known as ADHD, as a 5-year-old. This little girl noticed the small differences between her classmates, but she didn't understand why her strengths were different. This feeling progressed and got stronger over the years to the point that she began to ask herself, why am I not good enough? Why is school so hard? Why does no one want to hang out with me? These thoughts that were once whispers gradually became loud, screaming voices in her head that continually shrunk her positive thoughts, until at age 14, she had questioned herself so much, she wondered if the world would be a better place without her. You've probably guessed by now, that girl is me. On November 12th, laying in a hospital bed, listening to the beeping of monitors and watching doctors go in and out of the room, I caught myself reminiscing on one of the most regretful decisions I have ever made in my life. When negative thoughts, some of the same ones I had at age 14, overcame my mind, I wasn't just fine. Sitting alone in my dorm room, I asked myself if the world would be a better place without me, which led me to taking a harmful amount of medication. After I made that decision, I realized I didn't want to die. I was just tired of feeling the pain of all the things I kept telling myself. Some of my best friends saved my life that night, including Morgan, who told me it's okay to not be 100% all the time. Avery, who showed me that people can come unexpectedly into your life and make some of the biggest impacts. And Kyle, who reminded me we are worthy of still being loved even through the hard times. Whether we are thriving, just surviving, or somewhere in between, regardless of where we are on that scale, we are all connected by the blue corduroy jacket. We are tasked to reach out to our peers with a sense of empathy and compassion to ensure their ability to thrive. For those of us who are just surviving, there is hope. For those of us who are thriving, we are called to ease the path for others to thrive. We are their hope. Kansas FFA, are you thriving or just surviving? Our answer to this question will vary over time, as well as our role in being the hope in other people's lives. We are tasked to reach out to our peers with a sense of empathy and compassion to ensure their ability to thrive. We must raise each other up from surviving to thriving. I pray that none of us will experience a similar experience and an extreme low similar to mine that forced me to question my own existence. But no matter what, we have the responsibility to the people around us to make them feel loved and cared for. We must pour into the lives of others and be the light in their never-ending darkness. If we are someone who has had a similar experience to something we discussed today, do not let the stigma that is placed on always being just fine keep you from seeking the help you deserve. Each of us has the opportunity to let someone pull us out of the darkness. Each of us deserves the opportunity to stop the negative shouting in our brains. Each of us is worthy of living a life that isn't clouded by darkness. Whether we are a person who tells people we're fine and just trying to get by, or we just know of someone surviving each day, mental illness impacts us all. If you see someone struggling, be persistent in reminding them they are worthy, loved, deserve to get the help they need, but most importantly, do not give up on them. We might not be able to truly heal someone, but it is a dark path to pull ourselves out of alone. When we replace the I with we, illness becomes wellness, and together we can break the stigma and save someone's life. Kansas FFA, don't just survive, thrive.
Oh, to everyone who's hit their limit, it's not over yet, it's not over yet. And even when you think you're finished, it's not over yet, it's not over yet. Keep on fighting, out of the dark into the light.
Cali, thanks for showing us family from even miles away. Thanks for teaching us not how to use an elliptical. Thanks for being our best friend and our teammate and showing us what it truly means to be a brave individual. Love always, Kirsten, Emma, Carly, Aiden, and Mackenzie. Kansas FFA, your 2022-2023 state reporter, Miss Cali Newdigger. Please join me in welcoming some of Cali's friends who have supported her through this year of service to the stage.
Mom and Dad, thank you for always supporting me through all my crazy endeavors. You have been there through the good, the bad, and the ugly times. Mom, thank you for always reminding me that I'm still human, even when it feels like the world is crumbling to pieces. I'm so thankful you stuck it out through my early preteen years. Dad, thank you for always pushing me to be the best version of myself and keeping me on the toes with all the bad dad jokes. I don't think anyone else could handle me being the crazy princess dress show and sheep girl or the daughter who ran them over when she was 7. Cody, thank you for always being my partner in crime, even if it meant you had to deal with my bad driving on the side-by-side. I'm so proud of the young man you are becoming, and I wouldn't want to be anybody else's big sister. Kansas FFA, members, advisors, and guests, it is my honor to present my parents, Glenn and Cali Newdigger, their honorary state FFA degree. Mrs. Deweese, thank you for introducing me to this organization that has truly shaped me into the leader I am today. Mr. Meyer, thank you for answering the endless questions, showing me unconditional love and support, and inspiring me to be the best version of myself. Because of you, I have grown my passion to educate others about agriculture and chase my dreams. South Central District members and advisors, thank you for welcoming me as a freshman who didn't quite know her place in this organization. I am so thankful for the life lessons, friendships, and memories that have been shared over the past 4 years. I'm so thankful to call each and every one of you my second family. Kansas FFA, it is my honor to present Mrs. Anita Deweese and Mr. John Meyer. Mrs. Flowers, Mr. McPherson, and all the staff at Skyline High School, thank you for taking me in freshman year as a very passionate farm kid, reassuring me that everything would be okay, even if it meant I was crying in the library over algebra, and giving me grace when I was gone all the time for, of course, FFA. I am so thankful for all the support that you all have shown me over the past 4 years and continue to show me today. Kansas FFA, it is my honor to present my high school administration.
Thank you for all you've done for Cali and for allowing her to spend this past year with all of us. Please join me in one more final round of applause for Cali's administration, advisors, and family.